One of the hardest parts of any job, I think, is just getting started, where to start, and then doing it. I think that is the hardest thing. I've been looking at these weeds out my kitchen window for weeks now. So as long as it's taken me to stand and look at these weeds, that's probably as long as it will take for me to pull them. But why is it so hard to get out here and just get it done? Because I put things off, I guess. I really do think that we tend to make things harder than it really is. I think we spend more time fretting and dragging our feet and worrying about the work that needs to be done than it takes to just get out there and get it done. In Utah, one day the sun is out and it looks like spring, summer, and the next day there's 3 inches of snow on the ground. So it's been kind of cold here. It's not bad once you get out and start working in it, though. It's actually pretty comfortable. Well, it's nice of you to show up.
Yeah, well, I got off a little bit early, and I thought I'd get this cord rolled up for you.
Do you know there's a right way?
Oh yeah, yep. I learned this here, how to roll a extension cord up, but I was taught on audio cords, microphone cords, and it's to keep them from getting kinked. And it's just real easy to loop it up instead of doing that same roll. You do the first one, and you bring it underneath that loop. So you do it under, over, under again. You bring it up under the loop. This way it keeps it from. You kind of twist it so it'll keep the wires from twisting up.
And you put that new one.
Yep. Okay, then the new one
under it.
Okay, instead of bringing it over, you bring it under that. You bring it under it, so there's a cross.
Okay.
And over. And this here's a brand new extension cord, so it still has some memory on the way it was rolled up from the factory. But if you do this from the very beginning, it'll prevent your cable, your cable from.
Okay, now what I like to see, okay, throw it out there.
Okay, so then you hang it up in your garage.
Yeah.
And then you just take it and toss it. It's all ready to go.
Here he comes. Wow.
This hair's for you, babe.
I guess that lets you know which one we bought.
We got the Polaris, and I kind of wanted the Can-Am, but the wheelbase was too long. It was too long to fit on trailers in the back of pickups, and thanks for your input, but we settled on the Razor.
Yeah, if it was just you going by yourself, it would fit in a trailer, but when you have to haul the other boys,
when you're taking into consideration you're going with 3 or 4 other people, it's nice to have the same size outfit as everyone else. A lot, but for today it's just around the yard. you all the yard work that you gotta do while I'm gone this weekend.
He's so full of crap. Well, I'm really happy for you, Chad.
Well, thank you.
Well, it's starting to get a little warm. Okay, so the thing about yard work is you are never done. Never. It's never done. For me, the satisfaction of having a neat, tidy yard far outweighs the effort that goes into keeping it up. Okay, when you see something like this in your yard, you better nip it in the bud right away. Because if you don't, it will take over. And before you know it, this little tiny tree, this little tiny sapling will look just like that great big one on the end of our lot. I'm serious, within like 3 years it'll look like that. Well, I'm glad to see you out here helping me.
I know, you're making me look bad, making me feel guilty.
No, our friends are going to think that you don't do anything.
Well, I don't.
You do too.
No, I do.
You do.
Joel needs to come and fix my...
Ah!
Joel, when you coming up? Okay. This is actually kind of fun. I don't mind doing this here because you see results right away. You start spraying this down and it's really dirty, so it's
What were you telling me early? I want you to tell them what you were telling me about spraying off the siding.
okay.
About being
Yeah.
careful with.
Okay. You just can't spray siding any which way, because if you spray water this way, you're going to get water underneath the siding into your wood. So you want to spray from this side, and you want to spray down. Okay. You don't want to spray up like this here, because you'll spray water up underneath those louvers.
So you want to spray the way the rain would fall.
Yeah. So you want to spray down and this way here, so hopefully it doesn't get the water.
So do you have to get a ladder out?
Yeah, I'm gonna go grab a ladder real quick. Okay, my cameraman ready to go?
I'm ready. I'm the cameraman today. Don't let that slide on you.
you know, hash browns, eggs, hot chocolate, toast. Breakfast food is the best any time of the day.
Okay, I'm still wearing my baseball cap. So we want to talk to you about our sticky potatoes.
Yeah. It's an acquired taste. I did not like them when we first got married. Jennifer loved them. She grew up on them. Well, I didn't like them at first because I liked the potatoes that were baked or boiled, and then they were leftovers, and so you'd shred them up and make hash browns out of fried or baked or boiled potatoes. That was good. But just raw potatoes shredded and put in the pan is just...
Because you thought they were not done.
Yeah.
You thought they were,
Yeah.
and they were kind of sticky.
Yeah, they're kind of...
But now...
They're a little doughy in the middle, and that's just, it's just a different taste.
Well, I'm glad he finally learned to like them, because I like them a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I like my eggs just like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Just a little
just
runny.
a little
And
runny.
When we first got married,
Oh.
you didn't like your
Nope.
eggs runny.
Nope, I liked them hard-boiled.
So that's a conversation for another day. Those were early married fights.
Well,
Yeah.
not fight, but...
If you have a lot of yard work to do this spring and you don't know where to start, I want to make a suggestion that you start in one little area. Just do one little tiny spot and beautify it and clean it up, and then go from there. You don't want to tackle the whole yard. You don't want to say to yourself, oh, I've got this whole yard to do, because that can just be overwhelming. Just say, I think I need to clean this one little corner out, and do that. Pull one weed and then pull the next until you get one little area cleaned up. It's just so much easier to eat an elephant one bite at a time, right? So just think about your yard as an elephant and just pick at it one little bit at a time. I know that some people will use it as an excuse because, I can't start something because I don't have time to finish it. Well, you can't always finish a job when you start it. And so you have to break it down into little sections. And if you do that, then pretty soon you'll have conquered the whole yard, one little flower bed at a time, or one little corner at a time. You'll clean off the patio. It took me a couple of times to get my patio cleaned off. You remember in my last video, there was a ton of leaves on it, and then I swept it, and then I blew it off, and then finally Chad came home and he washed the walls for me and washed it off, and it looks really nice now. So thank you all for watching. You are all so cute to me, and I love to read your comments, and I just want to thank you. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.